And I'm straight on because it looks a little crook-eyed. No, the other crook-eyed. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit different because I have so much that I need to get done and processed and that kind of stuff that I would rather kind of do this than making a designated video. We're going to be making pear honey. I'm also making some peach habanero hot sauce. So I just thought I'd bring you guys along with me and see what life is like on a normal day of us trying to preserve food and get things kind of stocked up. This is, when we're filming this, is Tuesday. We just had the little hurricane go through overnight. It's still raining outside this morning, so it's kind of a rainy day. So anyway, wanted to bring you along. We're going to start by peeling up some pears for the pear honey. And then we'll grate them in my food processor. Now, if you want to see a tutorial video on this, Mom and I did it when we were up in North Texas. I'll be sure and link that in the description. But today it's just going to be, come hang out with me. So let's get started. This is probably the most tedious part of making pear honey, is peeling all your pears. I'm going to be making a lot of stuff. I've got apples to make some apple butter, which I just absolutely love. This pear honey, though, man, it's good. And it's good on anything. Mom had said in her, the video we did, that she's used it as pie filling. We may play with that a little bit, too. We'll see. Not today, but with what we're making here, so. So I've got a question for y'all, and leave me a comment in the comment section below. We have found that fruit, bananas, all that stuff is going bad a lot quicker lately. And I was just wondering if it was the same in your area, or, you know, it's just bad luck on our part of how quickly things go bad. I'm just curious. Leave me a comment, because I don't know if it has to do with shortages or what, but it's kind of crazy. So I'm curious, how many of you preserve your own food? Whether they're canning, freeze drying, dehydrating, freezing it. Even when it's like this, it's store-bought pears. How many of you put ahead for the winter, or, you know, just for family use? I'm really kind of curious on how, what you are doing to be prepared. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a prepper in the sense of planning for apocalypse, so to speak, but I did grow up country, and when you grow up in the country, and basically I spent a lot of my childhood on my grandfather's farm. That was just a way of life. You put up your harvest, you saved for it. If you went to the store and they were running a sale on toilet paper, whatever, you bought extra, because you never know what the future is bringing, right? And I think, if nothing, COVID has shown people that you need to prepare for the future, because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring. So it just got me to wondering how many people out there prepare for the future and prepare for a rainy day. So, because just like us, we just had this little hurricane come through. Now, granted, our lights flickered once today, or a few times today, but they never went off. We never completely lost power. We did throw a breaker. You know, we also have lived through Harvey, and again, we never lost power, but we had a lot of friends that had a lot of damage. Even some lost their homes. So it kind of amazes me that every time that, you know, we get a storm coming through, people are always bum rushing the stores, right? Can't find this, can't find that. And the winter storm is another great example when everything froze. We couldn't get supply trucks down here for a few days. The stores were completely empty of food. I took some video of it, of us going through the store. If I can find it, I'll insert it here. But y'all look. There's nothing. There's nothing here. You know, it was a scary feeling that there was just nothing. And I'd always kind of had a food stash, and we would have been fine if we never went to the store. We went mainly that day after the winter storm just to see, because I was curious. But I wonder how many of you stock up for any kind of catastrophic event, weather event, zombie apocalypse, whatever it is, because I feel like it's so important and something that so gets left out. Right now I'm just going to core up these pears real quick, because I'm not doing it on a box grater. I'm going to do it in the food processor just to save time. Okay, so apparently my camera stopped. I added the 4 cups of peaches, a can of crushed pineapple and its juices, and 3 cups of sugar. We're going to put this over on the stove, and then we're going to clean up and do the next project we got for today. Be right back. Okay, so the next thing I'm making is some of my peach habanero hot sauce. I also make a peach habanero jelly. I've already made 1 batch of this, and I kind of determined it wasn't sweet enough, so I'm going to add pineapple today to help with the sweet factor. And my peaches are really good and ripe, so I shouldn't have any real trouble. And I think I have enough stuff today to make start two jars fermenting. I'm not taking the peeling off. We're just leaving it in there because it's all going to get blended up in the end anyway. One lesson I learned from doing the first batch is you really need to push as much fruit as you can into the bottom. I've got enough that I'm going to put basically 2.5 peaches. Okay, the next thing I do, I'm going to put a half an onion in each. If you're wondering why I'm sitting so much, I'm still recovering from my knee surgery. Now, the habaneros, I'm just cutting the tops off. Some of these come out of my freezer that I grew last year. Now, here's where you can play with it. If you want it spicier, by all means, add more habaneros. I don't want it super spicy. I would rather it be sweet and enjoyable versus taking my mouth off. So, which it'll still have heat, don't get me wrong. Habaneros are plenty spicy for sure. And I'm putting about 4 habaneros into each one. Okay? Our next step is the pineapple. Now, I like buying pineapple that I can get on sale, that's already cut up at the store. To me, it just makes it a lot easier because I wouldn't always use a whole pineapple, but I would use this, this up. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to add is garlic. Put some garlic in it. Now, I'm not going to add any extra seasoning except the salt water, and just kind of let it do its thing. So I'm going to get that measured up real quick. I'll show y'all a little trick on canning. If you go to most grocery stores that has a sushi bar in it, they have these things for free. Unless you want to get some sushi. I never use them to eat sushi with, So I just picked it up because I thought, you know, I've seen other folks use chopsticks for the debubbling thing, and I thought, that's awesome. I'm going to get me some while we're at the HEB. Alright, you just want to get in here and poke around a little bit and make sure there's no big pockets. Like this one is really bubbling when I do this, so you just want out all the air you can. Alright, I'm going to take my weights, and this is just to ensure that everything is pressed down good. I highly recommend that you set this on a cookie sheet with a towel on it, because in the first, you know, couple of days, it will come up to the top. All right, we are set to go. Got all the air, looks like it's gonna be out of it. What we're gonna do, we're gonna clean up, we're gonna let the pear honey cook, and then I'll bring you back and show you what we're gonna do with that. Okay, our pear honey is ready. I'm just gonna fill these jars up. Not sure how many pint jars it's gonna make, but we'll see. If you have not ever had pear honey before, I would highly suggest trying this. It is so good. Like I said, Mom said she has made pies with it and used it kind of like pie filling. And you basically just want to cook this down until it's thick. We cooked ours for about an hour and a half, and that worked out just fine. Okay, out of this I got 6 half-pint jars. So I could have put them in pint jars and probably done it in 2 or 3, but this way I can be able to gift it to some friends. Okay, my friends, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Like I said, we're going to water bath can these, get them going, but I'm not going to keep you around for that. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this style of video. Hey, if you like this video, I've got all kinds of canning videos right here. I'll put in a playlist for you. We'll see you guys on the next video.